Ladies and gentlemen, there is a great tragedy happening in the lives of many gifted and purpose-driven individuals today. It is not a lack of talent nor a shortage of opportunities, but rather a dangerous distraction, disrespect. Too many people are missing their divine assignments because they have allowed the words and actions of others to consume their thoughts and control their emotions. Disrespect is a test. It comes to see whether you truly know who you are. Those who do not know their worth will respond to every insult, defend every attack, and fight every critic. But those who understand their destiny recognize that disrespect is only a tool of the enemy to divert their focus. You are not born to prove yourself to people. You are born to fulfill a vision greater than yourself. History has proven that every great leader, every successful individual has faced opposition. Some were ridiculed, others falsely accused, and some even betrayed. But what separated them from the average person was not their talent, it was their response. They understood that their calling was greater than their emotions. They refused to let the words of others pull them away from their assignment. You must ask yourself today, will I be ruled by the voices of others, or will I stay committed to my purpose? Will I allow insults to offend me, or will I let them refine me? If you stop to address every critic, you will never move forward. If you pause to fight every insult, you will never arrive at your destination. True strength is not found in retaliation, but in restraint. A wise person knows that silence is sometimes louder than words, and dignity is stronger than revenge. When people dishonor you, stay focused. When they mock you, keep moving. Your value is not determined by what people say, but by what you were created to accomplish. Do not let disrespect become your downfall. It is only a distraction, a passing storm trying to steal your peace. Stay grounded in your purpose. Stay anchored in your destiny. And remember, your assignment is too great to be derailed by the opinions of those who do not understand your calling. Disrespect is one of the most dangerous distractions a person can encounter on the journey to fulfilling their purpose. It has the power to shift focus, drain energy, and cause individuals to lose sight of their destiny. Many talented and capable individuals have been pulled away from their vision, not because they lacked ability, but because they allowed disrespect to consume their thoughts and emotions. When a person is more concerned about defending their reputation than pursuing their assignment, they have already fallen into the trap of distraction. One of the greatest strategies of the enemy is to use the words and actions of others to divert attention from what truly matters. People often invest too much time and energy trying to respond to insults, correct misunderstandings, or prove their worth to those who do not value them. This is a waste of valuable mental and emotional resources. Every minute spent dwelling on someone's negative opinion is a minute stolen from productivity, creativity, and growth. Many individuals have lost years of progress simply because they could not let go of an offense. Disrespect can come in many forms: harsh words, dismissive attitudes, or even outright rejection. Regardless of how it appears, the goal is always the same: to pull a person's mind away from their purpose and entangle them in unnecessary battles. The moment an individual begins to focus on proving themselves to others, they are no longer walking in their assignment, they are reacting to external forces. A person who constantly reacts will never lead. True leaders understand that their time and energy must be directed toward their vision, not toward fighting battles that add no value to their destiny. Many people do not realize that focusing on disrespect actually gives it power. The more attention given to negative words, the more influence they have over emotions and decisions. Some individuals spend sleepless nights replaying a conversation where someone disrespected them, imagining ways they could have responded differently. Others allow a single insult to shape their self-esteem for years, holding on to the pain as if it defines them. But in reality, disrespect only has as much power as a person allows it to have. It is not the words of others that determine success or failure. It is the ability to stay focused in spite of those words. When a person allows disrespect to dominate their thoughts, it affects every area of their life. Their mind becomes clouded with negativity, making it difficult to think clearly. Their emotions become unstable, leading to unnecessary conflicts and strained relationships. Their productivity decreases because their energy is wasted on internal battles rather than external progress. Instead of moving forward, they become stuck in a cycle of frustration and retaliation. This is why so many talented people fail to reach their full potential, not because they lack the ability, but because they have been distracted by things that should not matter. One of the most powerful things a person can do is to learn how to ignore disrespect. This does not mean allowing others to walk over them, but rather choosing to rise above petty offenses. Greatness demands discipline. Not every battle is worth fighting, and not every insult deserves a response. There is wisdom in knowing when to speak and when to stay silent. Some people will never respect you, no matter what you do. Others will misunderstand you, no matter how much you explain. Trying to convince them otherwise is a waste of time. The best way to respond to disrespect is to continue walking in purpose with confidence and determination. History is filled with examples of individuals who overcame great opposition because they refused to be distracted by the opinions of others. Some of the greatest leaders, inventors, and visionaries faced extreme criticism and rejection, but instead of allowing disrespect to derail them, they used it as fuel to push forward. They understood that their time was too valuable to waste on negativity. Their vision was too important to be delayed by trivial matters. Their destiny was too great to be influenced by the small minds of those who could not see their worth. A person who masters the art of ignoring disrespect becomes unstoppable. They are not moved by insults, nor do they seek validation from people who do not understand their calling. Their focus remains unshaken, their mind remains clear, and their energy remains directed toward achieving their goals. Instead of reacting to every offense, they respond with wisdom. Instead of allowing their emotions to control them, they exercise self-discipline. This is the mindset of those who fulfill their destiny. At the end of the day, the true test of character is not how a person responds when they are respected, but how they handle disrespect. Will they allow it to distract them, or will they stay focused on what truly matters? Will they spend their energy trying to prove themselves, or will they invest it in their purpose? Those who choose to rise above disrespect will always go further than those who are consumed by it. Because in the end, success is not determined by how many people like or approve of you. It is determined by how well you stay committed to your vision, regardless of the distractions that come your way. Life is filled with challenges, and one of the most difficult tests a person will face is how to respond to disrespect. Disrespect is not just an event, it is an opportunity to reveal character. It is not the insult or offense that defines a person, but rather their reaction to it. Some people allow disrespect to consume their emotions, dictate their decisions, and ultimately derail their progress. Others rise above it, choosing to respond with wisdom, grace, and focus. The way a person handles disrespect can determine the course of their future. Many individuals make the mistake of believing that their reputation is something they must constantly defend. They invest their energy in proving themselves to those who doubt them, responding to every insult and making sure no negative word goes unchallenged. However, this approach is both exhausting and counterproductive. True strength is not found in retaliation, but in self-control. A person who is constantly reacting to every offense is allowing external forces to control their emotions and actions. This kind of reactive behavior will never lead to long-term success because it places the power in the hands of others rather than within oneself. There is a difference between reaction and response. A reaction is impulsive, emotional, and often regrettable. It is fueled by pride and the need to prove a point. A response, on the other hand, is intentional, thoughtful, and rooted in wisdom. It is the ability to see beyond the moment and consider the bigger picture. Many people have lost opportunities, damaged relationships, and sabotaged their future simply because they reacted instead of responding. When a person learns to respond rather than react, they demonstrate maturity, discipline, and leadership. Disrespect often comes as a test. It is a challenge that asks, are you truly prepared for where you are going? Every great leader, visionary, and successful individual has had to endure criticism, mockery, and opposition. But what separates those who succeed from those who fail is their ability to remain focused despite the noise. They do not waste time engaging in battles that do not serve their purpose. They understand that responding with wisdom rather than emotion keeps them on the path to their destiny. A person's response to disrespect can either elevate them or bring them down. Some people choose to hold on to offenses, allowing bitterness and resentment to build in their hearts. Over time, this negativity begins to shape their decisions, their interactions, and their perspective on life. Instead of moving forward, they become trapped in a cycle of anger and revenge. What they fail to realize is that by holding on to the offense, they are only hurting themselves. The person who disrespected them has moved on, but they remain stuck, allowing the past to dictate their future. Others, however, choose a different path. They recognize that disrespect is a reflection of the one giving it, not the one receiving it. They do not allow themselves to be defined by the opinions or actions of others. Instead, they stay committed to their purpose and refuse to be distracted. They understand that dignity and self-respect are not found in fighting every battle, but in knowing which battles are worth their time. These individuals rise above negativity because they understand that their response determines their future. Some of the greatest leaders in history have faced extreme levels of disrespect, yet they refused to let it define them. They understood that their vision was greater than their pride. They remained silent when they could have retaliated. They chose patience when they could have fought back. This was not a sign of weakness, but of strength. A person who cannot control their emotions will never be able to control their destiny. The ability to stay calm, composed, and focused in the face of disrespect is one of the greatest marks of true leadership. It is important to remember that the way a person responds to disrespect sets the tone for how others will perceive them. If they are quick to anger, constantly defensive, or always looking for revenge, they will be seen as emotionally unstable and unfit for greater responsibilities. But if they respond with wisdom, confidence, and a sense of higher purpose, they will earn the respect of those who matter. Even those who initially disrespected them will eventually come to recognize their strength. Every day presents a choice. Will you allow disrespect to dictate your actions, or will you rise above it? Will you waste your time reacting to every insult, or will you focus on your goals and move forward? Those who achieve greatness understand that they do not need to prove themselves to anyone except the one who gave them their purpose. Their value is not determined by what others say about them, but by how they handle adversity. A person who masters their response to disrespect gains power over their future. They refuse to be controlled by emotions, manipulated by negativity, or distracted by unnecessary battles. They understand that success is not about silencing critics, but about staying true to their vision. By responding with wisdom, grace, and focus, they position themselves for long-term success and a future filled with purpose. Greatness is never an accident. It is the result of intentional choices, unwavering commitment, and most importantly, discipline. Every person who has achieved something significant in life has had to master the art of discipline. Talent alone is not enough. Intelligence alone is not enough. Even opportunity alone is not enough. Without discipline, all the potential in the world will remain unrealized. Discipline is the bridge between potential and fulfillment, between dreams and reality. It is the ability to remain committed to a goal despite challenges, distractions, and opposition. One of the biggest tests of discipline is how a person handles disrespect and opposition. Every individual on the path to greatness will encounter situations where they are misunderstood, mocked, or even openly opposed. This is not a sign of failure, but a test of character. Many people fail not because they lack ability, but because they lack the discipline to stay focused when faced with negativity. Instead of continuing to move forward, they get caught up in defending themselves, proving others wrong, or retaliating against those who dishonor them. In doing so, they lose sight of their true purpose. A disciplined person understands that not every battle is worth fighting. They do not waste time on arguments that add no value to their future. They know that their energy is best invested in their vision, not in reacting to every insult or criticism. This level of self-control is what separates those who achieve greatness from those who remain stuck in mediocrity. The ability to ignore distractions, whether they come in the form of disrespect or personal challenges, is a key factor in determining long-term success. History is filled with examples of individuals who faced tremendous opposition but refused to let it derail them. They did not allow the opinions of others to dictate their actions. They understood that their responsibility was not to convince people of their worth, but to stay faithful to their assignment. These individuals had the discipline to endure criticism without being consumed by it. They were able to remain silent in the face of insults because they knew that their actions, not their words, would ultimately define them. Discipline is not just about ignoring disrespect. It is also about maintaining focus in the face of personal desires and temptations. Many people fail to achieve greatness not because of external opposition, but because they lack the discipline to control their own impulses. They become distracted by temporary pleasures, instant gratification, or the need for approval. Instead of remaining committed to their long-term vision, they make decisions based on emotions rather than principles. But true greatness requires the ability to say no to distractions, to delay gratification, and to prioritize what truly matters. Another aspect of discipline is the ability to persevere through difficulties. Every great person has had to endure seasons of hardship, rejection, and failure. But instead of giving up, they remained committed to their journey. They did not allow temporary setbacks to define them. They understood that challenges are a part of the process and that true strength is revealed in the ability to keep moving forward despite adversity. This kind of perseverance is only possible through discipline. Without it, a person will give up at the first sign of resistance. A disciplined person also understands the power of consistency. It is not enough to be focused for a short period of time. True success requires sustained effort over the long term. Many people start with enthusiasm, but lose motivation when things become difficult. They allow their emotions to dictate their actions, working hard only when they feel inspired. But greatness is built through consistent effort, even on days when motivation is low. A disciplined individual does not rely on feelings. They rely on commitment. They show up, put in the work, and stay faithful to their vision, no matter the circumstances. Discipline is what allows a person to grow and improve. No one starts at the top. Every expert was once a beginner, and every successful individual had to go through a process of learning and refinement. But growth requires humility and the willingness to be trained, corrected, and challenged. A person who lacks discipline will resist correction because they see it as an attack. But a disciplined person understands that correction is necessary for progress. They do not let pride get in the way of learning. They embrace feedback, apply wisdom, and continuously strive to become better. One of the greatest challenges in life is staying true to one's purpose despite distractions, opposition, and discouragement. Many people start with a clear vision of what they want to achieve, but along the way, they allow obstacles, opinions, and external pressures to shake their confidence and shift their focus. Staying anchored in purpose means remaining steadfast, unmoved by circumstances, and committed to fulfilling one's assignment no matter what comes. It is the key to achieving lasting success and making a meaningful impact. Purpose is the foundation of a meaningful life. Without it, people drift from one thing to another, easily swayed by trends, criticism, or momentary emotions. But when someone knows their purpose, they operate with clarity and determination. They are not easily shaken by the opinions of others because they understand that their calling is not dependent on human validation. They do not waste time seeking approval from those who do not understand their mission. Instead, they focus their energy on what they were created to accomplish. One of the biggest threats to staying anchored in purpose is the temptation to seek validation from others. Many individuals lose sight of their goals because they are too concerned with being accepted or liked. They adjust their actions to fit into societal expectations rather than remaining true to their vision. However, true fulfillment does not come from the applause of people, but from walking in alignment with one's destiny. Those who chase approval will constantly be changing direction, never fully committing to what they were meant to do. But those who stay anchored in their purpose will continue moving forward regardless of whether others approve or not. Another major distraction from purpose is comparison. In today's world, it is easy to look at others and feel pressured to measure success by someone else's achievements. Many people abandon their unique calling because they feel they are not progressing as fast as someone else. They begin to imitate others instead of staying true to their own journey. But true purpose is not about competition, it is about completion. Each individual has a distinct assignment, and staying anchored in purpose means focusing on one's own path without being swayed by what others are doing. Adversity is another test of how deeply a person is anchored in their purpose. Every great individual has faced moments of hardship, rejection, and discouragement. Those who are not fully committed to their purpose will use these difficulties as an excuse to give up. They will interpret challenges as signs that they are on the wrong path. But those who are truly anchored see adversity as a refining process. They understand that obstacles are not meant to stop them, but to strengthen them. They remain committed even when the journey becomes difficult, knowing that purpose is worth enduring for. Disrespect and opposition are also common distractions that can cause people to lose focus. There will always be individuals who do not see the value of one's vision. Some will criticize, others will mock, and some will actively try to discourage progress. But a person who is anchored in their purpose does not allow these voices to define their worth. They recognize that their value is determined by their assignment, not by the opinions of others. Instead of reacting emotionally to negativity, they continue moving forward with confidence, knowing that their purpose is bigger than any insult or opposition. Staying anchored in purpose requires discipline and intentionality. It means being selective about where time, energy, and attention are invested. Many people get distracted because they allow too many things to pull them in different directions. They say yes to everything, take on commitments that do not align with their vision, and surround themselves with people who do not support their purpose. But those who are truly focused learn to say no to anything that does not serve their mission. They protect their time, guard their mind, and surround themselves with individuals who encourage their growth. Consistency is another key to remaining anchored in purpose. Success is not built overnight, and fulfilling a purpose requires sustained effort over time. Many people start strong but lose momentum when they do not see immediate results. They become discouraged and start looking for shortcuts or alternative paths. But those who remain anchored understand that great things take time. They continue to put in the work, trusting that every step forward is bringing them closer to their destiny. They do not allow temporary setbacks to shake their commitment. The person who stays anchored in their purpose exudes confidence and inner peace. They are not easily swayed by trends, setbacks, or criticism. They operate from a place of clarity, knowing exactly why they are on their journey. This kind of stability attracts opportunities, partnerships, and resources because people are drawn to individuals who are unwavering in their mission. Those who remain steadfast in their purpose inspire others, not because they are loud or forceful, but because their dedication speaks for itself. Staying anchored in purpose is the key to living a life of significance. It allows a person to move beyond distractions, overcome challenges, and achieve their full potential. It ensures that time and energy are invested in what truly matters rather than being wasted on things that have no lasting value. Those who commit to their purpose with determination and focus will always rise above challenges and leave a legacy that outlives them.